Hello everyone, my name is MrNJersey and welcome to my channel. In this video we are back with the 12th episode of the new survival series here in Stormworks version 1. In the episode we're going to be making some changes to our hull design. Along with that we're going to be adding a little bit of a stabilization system, doing a couple missions, and we'll see how we get on. But before we get started, if you are enjoying my videos, don't forget that like and subscribe button and click the little bell icon to be notified of upcoming content as soon as it gets posted. So that said, let's get straight into it and get started with this video. So we are back with the next episode of the survival series here in Stormworks version 1. Now in the last episode we managed to get our boat afloat, we managed to make our way back to the dock, and this episode we're going to be carrying on by building with our boat. We did a little test run in the last video, but I still want to make quite a few changes. First off, I know that it's overweight. As you can see, the second issue that we're having is obviously we don't have enough money, so it's filling up one tank of fuel in comparison to the other one. So that is another issue, so we're going to have to look at maybe reducing the amount of fuel or possibly doing some more missions before we carry on building the boat. But I do have an idea for the back here. I remember that at the back of the boat we didn't really have any space to put the rudders. So in this episode I want to start off by rounding off the back of the hull here. So if we jump down here, you can see it's pretty flat. So my thought behind this was I want to go and slope this around here. That will give us a little more space to put the propellers, and also we'll be able to fit the actual propellers here at the back and the rudders. So I think it'll just overall look a little better. And then after that, I want to just look at the fuel. I think possibly we have a little too much fuel in here at the moment. And I'm probably also going to delete some of the actual weight blocks that I think I have hidden all around here. So we're going to get rid of those. See how well it floats. We still have quite a bit of money left. We have about 20,000 at the moment. So that should allow us to put some more controls up in the bridge. Maybe put some of the screens that I have just built and put those up in here for navigation and so on and so forth. And yeah, let's just see how far we get on with this boat in this episode. So I'm going to crack on and get going with the rear side, and I'll meet you guys back when I have finished rounding this off. Alright, so I've just gone and finished doing the rounding off here at the back. Now I know it doesn't look 100% perfect, and this is probably something that I'm not too proud of terms of designs here, but for survival series it does its job, and you're probably never going to see underneath here in any case. You can see it's just obviously been a little bit rounded off, and you can see we now have that little bit of a slope to it. That allows me to put the propellers here, and also for us to go and add the fin rudders in there. So I'm a little bit happy with that. I have moved a few things around in the back here. So you can see that the actual battery is just over here now, and then we have our gearboxes and we have everything else. In terms of fuel, I want to reduce the amount of fuel that we have at the start. So we're probably just going to go in here and probably cut this down by like half. We don't need that much fuel inside of these fuel tanks at the moment. We have too much in any case. We can always top off the balance if we want to with the fuel that we have in the docks. Like we can just raid the docks, all the docks around the world, and just steal all the fuel if we want to. But for now I think I'm pretty happy with that. Should be more than enough fuel for these engines, especially if we're just doing small missions. I think we'll be okay. I do need to obviously reconnect the logic up for the gearboxes. So what I want to do now is I'm just going to go and reconnect all the logic that we did in the last episode. It seems I obviously had to redo the propellers and the gearboxes and generators. So I'm just going to go and get that all reconnected, and I'll meet you guys back once that is done. Okay, so we're just connecting the rudders that I have put on the back of the boat. I'm just connecting it over to the A&D, and then I'm going to take my WNS. I'm going to connect that to my clutch. So at the moment, the only clutch I'm going to put on is going to be for the gearboxes and the propellers. I'm not going to be opening up the clutch that goes to the generators just yet, because I don't obviously know how much power we're putting out. I don't know how much electricity we're using, so at the moment I'm going to leave those off. The gearboxes, I think I need to reset them up, so we're going to go with a 9 to 5. Let's do 3 to 1 to start with, and then if we need to change the gears later on, we can do that. We can also say that if we do in gear 2, it switches into reverse gear. That's fine, that's reverse gear. Fantastic. We might even add some more gearboxes on. I'm going to check this. The maximum is 20 RPS, 20 RPS, and 20 RPS. Fantastic, happy with that. So that is the gearboxes all connected and ready to go. We should in theory be able to spawn this in. Key switch on, everything seems good. Let's go and increase our RPS to about 15, and let's go forwards. That looks pretty good actually. Okay, so let's check steering. Steering is working. Okay, cool. So let's bring this back over to the workbench. The next thing I want to do is I want to get a dial here in the front. So I want to see what our RPS is. Now this will just be a temporary gauge. I'll probably end up putting some other gauges or maybe one of my screens, like one of my big screens here that tells you the RPS of the engine. But for now, I'm just going to put a little indicator here. We're going to go 0 and let's go to 100. I don't think we'll ever get to 100, but why not? We're going to go to, let's go to one of these engines. We only need one output and make sure it's got some electricity. Let's go and actually I just want to move it in the dock here. I want to make it closer to where we spawn and make it down. Actually, let's just check. Another thing you can do also, if no one's aware, you can click on world view and actually you can see where your vehicle spawns in comparison to the dock and everything. So we can go and place our vehicle over here and I can see, yep, that's actually great, nice and close to us. We can turn the world view off and we can go and spawn it in. And then it's going to spawn right here so I don't have to swim, which is great. Okay, let's see what the RPS is going to be sitting like on this boat for now. So engine on, 5 RPS. Great, let's get the RPS up to about 15. So that's about 15. Let's go forwards. Okay, actually, so it's sitting around 4 RPS, which is pretty much the maximum that it can drop down before it starts cutting itself. That is quite interesting. So what we're going to do is we're really going to bring this back into the workbench now. So can I press R? Yes, I can. Okay, so we're going to go to those gearboxes and we're going to get them to, let's do 9 to 5. Yeah, 9 to 5. And then on the second gearbox, let's do like a 3 to 2. And then we can check to see if we can obviously up the gears later on. So we can probably go 2 and let's go to the first gearbox. And that way we can turn the gears when we're moving. We can probably set up some automatic systems so that it will change its gears by itself. But for now, I just want to do some testing. I want to see how performance is. You guys know that a lot of these things will change as you build your boat. About 4 RPS, let's get this up to about 12. Let's go forwards. Okay, so that's already up from what it was. About 4.5 there. So, not the greatest of RPS. I wonder if we can get that higher. No, that's maxed out now for the RPS. That's just a big boat. Probably more propellers would probably make it go a little faster. Maybe some more engines. But yeah, we could always test with different types of propellers and things and see if we're going to get any better speed. But at the end of the day, it's not bad in terms of its speed. It's just a big vessel. You would expect it to not be the quickest thing in the world. Let's throw it into its next gear. So that's not bad actually. So the next thing that we need to get done, so we've got the engines in, we've got all that. I'm slightly worried that that's taking away some of the power, but it shouldn't in theory because that clutch is not activated. So it shouldn't actually be taking any of the power away from the engine. We could obviously get this higher, so we could possibly do a 6 to 5. Let's see how that works out. So 6 to 5. I also want to check the propellers because I'm thinking that possibly we can get some different propellers on here. That might be a little better. So giant propellers have 200,000 force, whereas the ones we're using only have 100,000. So that is another thing that we might want to just, think about. We could always even switch over to some azimuth thrusters or some different types of propellers just to see what the difference is. Let's just check the gearbox. Let's see what difference we're going to get with that gearbox change. Let's see if we get a little faster boat. So let's go in. Let's get the key switch on. Get that up. Go forwards. Yeah. So you can see straight away that's already faster from what it was. The nose is now obviously climbing up. And get that higher. And if we switch it into gear again, that's actually not bad at all again. We're not doing too bad. Speed wise, yeah, we're pretty good. But it is obviously rocking quite a bit, so we need to get some stabilizer fins in this, plus a gyro for the size of this boat. Get some stabilizer fins, make it nice and stable in these waves. I'm going to do exactly the same thing as what I did with the other boat, is pretty much just use a gyro, connect that up to the seat, connect it up to some rudders, and you're good to go. You don't need to do anything. So yeah, okay. So now that we're here, let's bring this back into the workbench. Let's get a gyro. So we're going to go to gyro. We're going to grab that. We're going to go in. We're going to put this somewhere in our boat. We have this beautiful empty area here, so we might as well use it. We're going to go and get some electricity connected to our battery. We can probably even get rid of that second large one. I don't think we need a second large one. But yeah, we can look at that maybe. Along with that, we need something to turn that on. So we're going to use the key switch to turn our gyro on over there. We're then going to use... What else do we need? Okay, we guess we can use the up and down of our actual helm, and that's going to be for pitch. There we go. And we're going to come at the back here. We're going to add some more rudders and things just to make sure the boat stays nice and level. So we could add this pretty much anywhere we want to. We could add rudders over here. We could add rudders over here. We can add rudders over here. It's up to us really. We can even add, we could do this. So we could do that, something like that. So they are sticking. Actually, that sounds like a good idea. So let's go and put one block there, one block there, one block there, one block there. I'm going to turn symmetry mode on. Grab this and we're going to go positive facing up like so, and positive facing up. Great. We're going to get that connected to some electricity. We will get some breakers and things for now, but for testing, that's perfect. And we're going to go to the pitch of our gyro. So find the pitch. There we go. So we're going to go over to the... Actually, we're going to use an add block. Let's use a add block. The reason why is we're going to combine the pitch and the roll together so that we don't have to add more propellers at the end. So we've got that. We're going to get an invert block too, and we're going to put that in. So how does this work? Well, you're going to take the pitch, okay, which is this, and that's going to go to add B and add B. Okay, so that's going to go straight into both of those because they're both on the same plane. Okay, then we're going to take the roll. We're going to go roll into, let's go into this one, and then we're going to go into the invert, and that's going to send it to the other one. So that will allow you to roll left and right and counter it. So it should work quite nicely. We're then going to go add A and B, and we're going to go over to our actual rudder there, and A and B, and go to that one there. So that should work great. Got that all set in. Go spawn this in. We could have add a active stabilization system with a inside the boat, so with like some rails and with some weights, and we could use the gyro to do that too, but this is just a different way of doing it. So let's just see if this is going to work. Doesn't seem bad. Does seem like it's rocking quite a bit left and right. I would love to see what the rudders are doing right now. They seem like they're kind of doing what they need to do. Obviously we are rocking a bit there and there, but let's go. RPS is good. Got plenty of fuel, so I'm not really too worried about doing this testing now. That looks pretty good actually. Let me just go and check the rudders there. They are definitely working. However, they do look like they might be the wrong way inverted. Possibly. No, actually... They look like they're good. I'm going to probably get another dial out and just read out what the values are going to that, so I kind of know what's happening with them, because at the moment, obviously, with survival series, we can't go into third person, so we can't see what's going on in the back of the boat. So I might just add some more dials just to give a readout. Obviously, I know that positive is going up on both of them, so I'd like to see what's happening in terms of movement with them, so I know that, because we should be theoretically a little bit more stable than what we are currently. We are seem to be rolling quite a bit. Obviously the waves are a decent size, so let's just bring this back to the workbench. We're going to get a dial, another 2 of course, and we're going to do, take it off symmetry, dial down. We're going to do left rudder and right rudder. This is just for testing, guys. You don't need to be putting these on your creations. That's fine. We're going to get that connected to some electricity, and we're going to get that connected to this one, and this one connected to this one. Perfect. So let's see how that works. It might also just be that those fin rudders are too small for this boat. We might need to add some more. Let's go forwards. Yeah, so that's going negative and that's going negative. So yeah, that is actually facing the boat down, so that's up, and then it gets 0.2. Yeah, so that looks good. Let's just try our trim on our seat. So I'm actually manually controlling the trim now. Yeah, you can see how the nose is kind of like stuck itself down, which is pretty cool that I can control it. So I can actually just push the nose down manually to make it really sit low in the water, but it obviously this boat's just too big for that small little fin at the back to do everything it needs to do. So we might want to add some, possibly come here at the front and maybe add like a little bar in the front there to make sure that the nose doesn't jump up so much. I actually don't really mind it, because it's not often that you'll be going in these kind of, you know, it's not that often you'll be doing these huge waves, so it's not a bad thing, to be fair. But yeah, we might just add a little bar in the front. But as I said earlier, you kind of want to change and adapt these systems to as you build a boat. Like, we're nowhere near done the boat. We still need to add different systems in here. We need to add rooms in here. We need to add winches in here. We need to add anchors in here. We need to add fire cannons in here. We need to add so many different things inside here. So there's not really any point to say, oh yep, so this is exactly how it needs to be, let's configure it right now, because it will change. It will change as you build the boat. So you need to be able to adapt to this. And if you don't like it, then don't use these kind of systems, because they need to be adjusted as you build here in Stormworks. But this is pretty much the easiest stabilization system that you could ever add into a boat. It's just using a gyro. Okay, and you can obviously see we can put the nose down if we want to, we can put the nose up. I do need to make that sticky, by the way. But yeah, cool. Let's bring that in. I'm just going to go here and I'm just going to go and do the up and down. I'm just going to make that sticky so we can manually adjust the trim if we want to. Cool. And we are also going to go and reconnect everything because it was correct from the first point. So we can just go and reconnect all of that, and that. Cool. So that is actually all working and it's fine. I'm just going to double check everything is connected on my engines. You know, you can always make mistakes, and I do make mistakes. I never said I haven't made mistakes here. So I always do like to go and just double check that everything is correct when it comes to that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually start connecting our fuel gauges. So this is going to be fuel. I'm going to say this is liters, and we're going to say 0, and maximum is, let's go with 10,000. We'll have to, of course, spawn it in to see how much is in here, but for now I'm happy with putting 10,000. There might be more, there might be less. I'm probably going to guess that there is more than 10,000. I could be wrong. Let's go and connect that. So we are going to go from the, let's go from the fluid level over to the primary, and we're going to go from fluid level over to the primary display. The second display we could make battery if we really wanted to, but I think I'm happy with it as it is. We also need some lights down here. Just thinking about it now. We could even add some more detailing in here. So we could possibly, just thinking about it, we could go and add some like beams across the ceiling here, like so. We can continue that trend all the way through here, so even here, and continue it over here. When we get to a part where we have pipes, we can get like an enclosed, we could possibly get some enclosed pipes over there. So we delete that and that and that and get some enclosed straight pipes, and you can put those in. And eventually what we're going to do is we're probably going to end up painting all this, so it will look very different in here at some point, but cool at the same time. Here we're going to have to use some corner pieces. Here, that's kind of where it goes, so we're probably just going to do something like that and like that, and we're going to carry that along over here. I'm also thinking of probably closing this in, to be fair, so let's just close that in, do that. Grab that, we're going to probably join that piece over there, and yeah, that's pretty good for now. So that's the roof, just a little bit of detailing, nothing serious. We're going to grab that, we're going to get some corner pieces, so angled. We're going to come over here, corner it, and corner it. So that should be working now. Perfect. Great, so just a little bit of detailing. As I said, we can add some lights down here. So if we just get some regular old non-fancy lights, and this is pretty much up to you once again how you want to do your lighting down here. I kind of like to have things in the corners. I don't know why, it's just my taste, so I pretty much just go and put some lighting down here. You could add it above. You could add it on the side. We're probably going to move those. We can add another one over here, right? And maybe another one down here somewhere. And possibly another one over here. Cool. So you can see the lighting. It doesn't, you can't even really see it until you're about there. We could, if we really wanted to, we could add them up here, like so. Actually, I might do that. Now that I've gone and done all the lights, I'm gonna go and change them. As I said earlier, this is Stormworks. You build and you learn as you go, and you end up changing things one time, maybe 5 times, maybe 100 times. But until you get it to how you want it, you're gonna have to change it. Cool. So that is the lighting. I like that because when you're standing over here, you can kind of see all the lighting as you move down. Let's go and get that connected to some electricity. Once again, just some temporary electricity. So we're gonna go there and we're gonna go there. And then actually, do I need to, I think I need to fix that one. Yeah, I do. And we can fill that light that in there and paint that. Cool. Let's go and get the electricity. So I'm gonna go get the electricity connected to the 2 end ones. And then from there, I'm gonna go and connect them. So I'm just gonna daisy chain the electricity across. And then we're gonna spawn that in, see if it's working. Obviously, we still need to get on off switch for those lights. But we will go and check that. Okay, so that's all connected to electricity. We're going to use a player sensor. You guys know me, I like to use player sensors when it comes to this, just because it's much easier to manage in terms of light switches, because sometimes you forget to do it and then performance gets damaged. So I like to just use player sensors. So you can go to somewhere like here, put a player sensor in, click it. Let's go to, you can go to hemisphere, so that is just the bottom parts, anything in front of it and on the sides of it. And then we can just go like detect 10 meters in that all directions. And yeah, it's going to detect, you can choose detect players, NPCs. So we can leave it on detect players for now. And we will also need to do the same thing on the other side. So where are we? We are there. So we're going to go to hemisphere, 10 meters, detect players. And then from there, literally, it has a on-off sensor to it. So, and we're going to connect all those. Really simple, guys. That's why I like to use player sensors. Turn lights on, is that way you don't forget. Cool, so that is all connected. If we want to, we can change the light color. It's up to you what colors you usually go for your decorations. We could go with a like slightly greenish color. We could go with a like a brownish color, which is quite a nice favorite of mine, to do something like, do like 120 and then do something like 140. So that will give you like a nice grayish brown color out of these lights, as you can see here. And we'll spawn it in a few seconds. You guys will see what it's going to look like down here. It's going to look pretty cool. So there we go. It should be painted on both sides. We can spawn that in. So we've done, what have we done now? We've done the lights, and what else did we do? Can't even remember now. Oh, the fuel gauge. Cool. So, oh, that's a problem. So that little thing there is stopping us from walking up and down. I'm gonna have to fix that. But there's the lights. Not bad. I still don't like this water clipping through, but that's nothing we can do about that. But yeah, the little lights down here. Looks pretty cool. You can actually see what's going on. Okay, so we've got about 6,000 liters. So together about 12,000 liters worth of fuel, which is plenty for this boat at the moment. So we are going to have to worry about this little issue that we have here. So I'm probably going to just move that and get that sorted out next. So let's go down. Where is the staircase? Here it is here. What is on the other side of this? The funnel. Okay. What we could do is if we were to go and get rid of that, and we can go, let's go 2, 3, 1. So we would just go pretty much come here and just do that. Yeah. So that way we have a little bit of a slope before you come into this area. Connect that up there. Yep, that looks pretty good. If we want to, we can even make another bar there. But I think I'm going to leave that empty. Like so. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Okay, so we're going to test that to see if we can walk down without hitting our head. We should be able to. We shouldn't really have any issues with hitting our head. It's actually daytime now and it's sunny. Great, that's what I like to see. Remember, this room is going to be our landing area for putting all of our people in. So when we are out on doing rescue missions, we come here, we literally walk in here, and we drop them along. We're going to have some benches going along here, and maybe some equipment on the walls. When we go in here, we'll probably have like a medical room just in case, and maybe another, like maybe a cabin here for people to sleep. And then you go down here, we have our lights, we don't hit our head anymore. Cool. Okay, so we are doing quite well at the moment. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, because I'm slightly worried about money, I think I'm going to do a couple more missions. So I'm going to load up the survival series boat. Okay, so we have the survival series boat now. This thing has lasted the whole series so far. We've managed to sink it, we've managed to crash it, we've managed to do everything, and it just seems to come back every single time somehow, which is really cool. Great, so we're going to take this, we're going to do a few missions, see how we get on. We should be pretty good. This thing just cracks on and does its job. Engines on, throttle up. We need to go over to the left. I think we have a mission that we need to go and do. So let's see. Yeah, so we have a mission here, extinguish and fire and rescue 5 people. Sure, so let's go over to the left. I think it's in, so we are here, so we need to go in like a northeasterly direction. So yeah, it's pretty much spot on. Let's see, can we see anything? Throttle's good, engine's good. Probably get the nav lights on. See if we can get our, I still have some equipment on me from the last mission. Let's see, can we see this boat? So we are, okay, so that's the island that we're gonna go past now. That means the mission is just past it, so in that general direction. Okay, that's pretty cool. So we have some time to waste. You can see this boat just chugs along, nice and happy. It's got everything we need on it. I would maybe like to add some more welding torches, considering 2 episodes ago when we sank it, we kind of ran out of welding torches. And underwater welding torches, so that could be something we could add onto this boat. Ideally, my idea is that we will have this boat on the back of the new boat, so this will be like a secondary lifeboat / rescue boat for missions, whereas the big boat will kind of be like our mobile operations base that we can kind of just move around with. So that is the general idea for the big boat, but obviously I'm still early in the survival series, we're still doing quite a lot of things, so anything can change. So let's go and find this boat that is in distress, or is have a fire at least. So I'll meet you guys back when we are getting close to it. Okay, so I've just gone and spotted it, and luckily we even have a crate that we can go and grab, so we are going to head off, go in that general direction over there. We're going to grab the crate, and then we're going to go rescue people. Of course, you know, we need money before we rescue people. So we're going to get the crates. I'm also going to keep an eye out for some more crates, if there are any. Probably not around here, at least, or anytime soon. What is the time, though? Here in Stormworks is a good question. Can I see what the time is? I cannot. Great. Oh, there's the crate. Let's just bring the boat down here. Cool. Jump out the front, close this hatch before we sink the boat, grab my crate. 8,500 cash is not bad. That is very useful. Let's close that off. Let's go in here. Let's get the boat started. Bilge pumps are on. Cool. Engines up and running. Let's go rescue this boat. So we have our firefighting equipment still on. We just need to grab a hose, which is right there, connected up to our fire extinguisher port. And we can go and put that fire out and then rescue the people, chuck them on the back, and then I'm guessing we need to drop them off at the hospital, and we're going to get some money for that. We might even get another mission on the way, which might be quite useful. Okay, so there is the fire. It looks like it's on the left and right side of this boat, so we're going to come up to it, start slowing ourselves down a bit. Probably about there would be more than enough, probably a little bit too close, but we have our firefighting equipment on. So we should be good. We've got a hose, we can attach it, we can pump water on. There we go. It's on the boat. We might need to jump on it. Of course, I jump off the boat. Okay, let's see if I can get this all done from... I wonder if I can do it all from here without actually having to get on their boat. Or get down in their engine room. There is a possibility of it. Sorry, I'm waiting you, person. But yeah, we might need to move the boat a bit. Get the rest of the fire out. Don't think I can jump from here. I think I'm probably going to have an issue if I jump from here. Oh, we can try. There we go. Actually, wow, I made it. It looks like a hatch there, which is great, which means I can get down here, put the fire out. It's actually spread quite a bit. There we go. Okay, so that's the fire out. I don't need to do anything, and we can literally try to jump out of here. Nope. Is there any other way to get out of this? Yes, there is. Thank you. There's actually a ladder. Oh, there's a person here, so that helps. So let's jump up. We're going to take this person. We're going to open that door. So we already have one person, so we can jump on the back of my boat. There we go. There's one person. How's your health? Ooh, you need some medical equipment. So I'm going to get some more medical equipment for you, sir. Let's jump on the back of their boat again. Cool. Grab this person. Can you get some first aid? You can follow me also. So let's go and throw this person on the back of my boat. That's falling off. There we go. Of course, I'm going to jump up 100 meters in the air. There we go. And you can go there. Come on, boat. And next person. There we go. Okay, so that is 3 of the 5. So we need 2 more people. Ideally, we should be able to just go and get the other 2. Is there one up there? Where's the last one? In here? No. Anyone here? No. Anyone in the front? Yes, of course they are dead. So we need to go get a defib. So we'll go and get a defib. I'm going to check this person's health once I've put them on the boat. Health, good, good, good. Let's get a defib, which is inside the cabin and over there. So, ooh, I need to drop the hose and grab the defib. Excuse me, hose. Really? Okay, let's close that off. Let's go onto their boat and let's go and rescue that last person. But it also looks like it's sinking. Go, and of course I no longer have any first aid equipment, so we're going to have to get some first aid equipment too for this person. And put them on the back of the boat. First aid equipment. There we go. And I can probably get rid of my defib now. So we're going to head back to the medical island now that this mission is theoretically done. We just need to store the hose, close that door. So we're going to head back to the hospital, drop these people off, and I'll meet you guys back when we're at the hospital. Okay, so let's bring them into here. We get 2,000 per a casualty, which is perfect. Get some more cash out of this. We're going to do a shortcut over back to the boat, and then we will head back to our main island. I don't think we don't have any other missions that we can do at the moment. I don't think. No, there's no current missions. So we're going to head back to... Actually, we're probably going to sleep until daytime, and then we'll head back to our base. We might even get a mission on the way back, which hopefully might be good, but we'll soon see. So let's jump on the back of our boat. Come on, jump. There we go. Jump in. Open that up. Let's go to sleep for a bit. Wake up in the morning. So we've already got a mission here. Boat has gone missing. Okay, let's go to daytime. Okay, so morning. Where is this boat gone missing? Okay, so the boat is right here next to us. So I think we're going to go and do that mission. And then we'll hopefully maybe drop some people off. And I really would like to see some variety in these missions. These missions are quite repetitive. I know we obviously have delivery missions and we have like towing missions. But I think because this isn't a new save. This is still my old save. I think we don't have those missions yet, which is a little bit sad. What is that stuff over there? Are those the survivors? That is far away from the boat. Now I know why I couldn't find them in the last video, because that is really far away from the boat. And look how far they are. They're all the way over there. So let's just have a little see. Let's see what's going on here. 5 casualties. Okay, so I see 1. Slow the boat down here. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I see 3 of them. Stop our boat here. Let's go out the back now. I'm gonna get some medical equipment because you never know when you need it. Okay, so there's one person. So I'm gonna pick that person up, put them directly onto the boat and heal them. So there we go. Heal. Let's get the second one. This one also needs some health, so let's get them on the back. There we go. In the seat, please. And we're gonna need some more first aid equipment, and we're gonna get the one. So there's two over there. So what is that? Was that a person in the water? Maybe it was just one person I saw. So we're actually going to go inside and find... There's one person there, one person there. Is anyone downstairs? No? Anyone down here in this engine room? I can't see because we have first aid box in our face. Okay, so no one down here. So that fifth person must be the person that's in the water. So I'm going to pick that person up and I'm going to tell this person to follow me. We're going to go jump on the back of my boat. You can go there, your health is fine. Let's pick this person up. Go there, your health is fine. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 medical equipment there. Let's go find this last person. Wherever they are. So throttle up. There. So what was in the water earlier if that's the fifth person? We only have to rescue 5, don't we? Okay, I'm very interested to see what is in the water now. So let's go and jump on the back, or try and jump on the back of my boats. So you can go there. So let's go and close that. Let's go there. Let's go forward. So there was something in that general direction. So I'm going to head on that general direction. Very interested to see what that was in the water. But now I can't see anything because of the waves. I think one of you guys commented like, oh, you should get a aerial drone or something for this boat. Once we get in the big boats, it's going to be fine because we're going to be so elevated on the water, we will spot things much easier. But I don't spot anything now. I'm really interested to know what that was that we saw in the water earlier. I'm cheating, going into third person. There's the boat. So there's a crate. Was that a crate? I just don't know what else we spotted earlier. Nothing, I guess. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go check that. So let's just head to the right here. So there should be a crate. You can see how hard it is to see things from when there is waves. Still don't know what that was that we saw in the distance there, but where is this crate? There it is, right there. Crates are easy money for you guys, so if you are doing a survival playthrough, definitely just grab some crates because like 6,000 cash is worth it. That's a good amount of parts. I'm just gonna do one more quick look over. I'm sure we saw something over there. There is again. I can see it just over there. What is that? Knew I wasn't going crazy. So that is that general direction there. Somewhere on that general direction, I think. Yeah, somewhere over there. There we go. I can see it from here. What is that? Is that a person? Or only 5 people. We have 5 people. They're in the back of the boat. So, has it disappeared now? No, there is there. I wonder if it's the people from the last mission. No, it looks like a life raft, and if that's like my hose from like 3 episodes ago, I'm gonna laugh. Oh, no way. That is my hose that we threw out when we sunk our boat. Wow. 2 episodes and we've just found a piece of rope that I threw away. Okay, that is a first for me here in Stormworks. Let's go back to the hospital. Let's drop these guys off. Let's get some money. Let's go back to our base. I'll meet you guys back when we have dropped them off. Alright, so we're back at the hospital. We've got some more money, so that's another good 5,000. So I think in total now between those two missions, we've done a good 20 to 40,000 between the fires and rescuing the people and also finding those crates. So it's not bad. There is another mission here to find a beacon. I don't think I'm going to do it. I think what we're probably going to do is head back to our base and then get ready for the next part where we can carry on building our boat. Seems as though we've got a ton of money now. We've got 120,000, which is quite nice. Especially to go and do the rest of the boat building. We don't have much left, so that boat is pretty much ready. We need to, of course, add some equipment, some medical stuff for missions. I don't think we need a crane at the moment for the types of missions that we're doing. So yeah, that boat's pretty much ready. We just need to add some more systems and things on it. So let's just put this in reverse. Let's go and do this. Oops, the boat is deciding that it's just wanting to flip all of a sudden, which is lovely. Okay, let's head off back to our larger dock area or ocean base. So I'll meet you guys back when we are nearly there. Alright, so we are just coming back to the base, and that was pretty good. We made quite a lot of money from that little run, and we can actually bring our boat back into the workbench. And once we bring it back, how much money do we actually have? So let's go into our mission. So we got 140,000, which is not bad. And I think that's probably a great place to end this episode off with. We got quite a bit done. We obviously changed the back of the boat. We got everything reconnected. We added the stabilized system. Obviously, we need to work a little bit more on the stabilization system. I think definitely adding some front fins will help it stay in the water a little bit better. And we did a couple missions just to earn some money. Now, of course, in the next episode, I think we're going to carry on building our boat, adding some final details, just to actually start getting moving. I want to do some testing and possibly see if we can get a little more speed out of the boat, maybe adding some more propellers, some more gearboxes, a couple different things. So we're going to see what we can do with that maybe in the next episode. But I'd love to hear your comments in the video description below. What would you like to see worked on next with a big boat? Of course, we've got a long way to go, but there's still a lot of more things we need to add on. So let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next on the big boat. And as always, I hope you have enjoyed this and found it entertaining and informative as always. And we'll see you in the next one.